Could compact comic graphic novels be the trend in 2024? Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, if you love daily comic book content, guys, I think you came to the right place. Why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button? And before we get started, I just gotta give a quick shout out to a new Kickstarter coming soon. You may know Mark Spears from his awesome cover art on the Spawn comic books. He also created his own monster card series sets, Series 1 and Series 2. Well, Mark Spears is back at it again as he is creating his own comic book series, and it's going to be Mark Spears Monsters issues 1 through 8. It's going to have some awesome homage covers that you're going to not want to miss. So guys, what are you waiting for? Go on to Kickstarter, bookmark the project today so you get notified of the launch. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and of course, it's much appreciated. Okay, guys, let me ask you a few questions here. For the longtime comic book collector, you have your comic books, right, that you read. They take up a lot of space, but you read them, you store them, you sell them, you do whatever with. Then you can't read everything. So a lot of people are going out there going, yeah, I'm going to trade wait for the book and this and that. And then that book comes out and that trade is like $30, right? Or you want a collected edition because you want to read the whole entire story. It looks nice, but it's like $40. Or you want to get the omnibus because it collects the run and it's $125. And you're like, man, that's a lot of money. Well, how about for the readers out there that are looking to save some money, but still to consume this wonderful content that is out there, right? Look at it this way. How many people out there get turned off by the trade paperbacks, collected editions, omnibuses that are just shoved onto a bookshelf when you go to like a Barnes & Nobles or a Books A Million or things like that, and you look at that shelf and you're like, what the hell is this disaster? Where do I even begin? But when you go to the manga section in the bookstores, right? It's all organized, it's numbered, it's compact, it's affordable, and that's why maybe a younger audience is more likely to pick up these types of books. And also, obviously, a great story. So what if we were to do that in today's comic books? What if DC decided to do that? Well, they actually finally decided to do that. And being released in June of 2024, they're going to have manga-styled type of comics. They're not obviously read like manga, but the books are the size of manga, okay? And it's going to be nice and organized, and you'll see a story there, and it might pique your interest, and you pick it up and you read it. And it's affordable. Not only is it affordable for you and me, but it's affordable for a younger audience. Think about the cost of regular comic books out there right now. A lot of comics are at that $4, $5, $6, $7 price point. But for $10, for all of these books, you can get some of the best stories told from DC Comics. Isn't that appealing to you? Would you not capitalize on that? I definitely would, and it's not a space breaker because, again, they're the size of manga. So again, in June, this will be released. All these books will be $10, and here are some of the books that will be released. These are some great stories here, guys. The first one we're going to talk about is The Watchmen by Alan Moore. Like a lot of us guys have read The Watchmen before, but new readers may have never read it. But, you know, if you're going to a bookstore and you see it all nice and organized, right, in alphabetical order, and you check out Watchmen and you're like, maybe I want to check this out, and it's only $10, right? Instead of spending $30, $40 and the story's absolute garbage, this is more of an affordable option. The next story we're going to have is a great Batman story overall. And I just got done talking about this with Worthy Ones about good Batman stories. Batman, The Court of Owls by Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Guys, you're going to read this story arc for $10. You can't ask for anything more here. This is awesome. I get it. It's smaller. It's compact. It's not as explosive, not in your face, but it's easy to carry and you can still digest the information. And obviously to the younger audience out there, they don't give a shit, right? They read black and white. The story, as long as it's good, they're going to read it and they'll pay for it. Next, we have All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison. So this is obviously the inspiration for James Gunn's Superman. So if you're never read that before and you want to dive into it, hey, go ahead, check it out, right? The next thing we're going to get is Far Sector. I think this has to do with the newer Green Lantern here. If you're looking for a Wonder Woman book, we have Wonder Woman Earth 1 by Grant Morrison. So if you're a Grant Morrison fan, go ahead, check this out. Next, this is more like a manga style because we have American Vampire Book 1 by Scott Snyder and Stephen King. So if this is book 1, you can look for maybe book 2 in the future. So again, you're at that bookstore, you're checking out your manga, you're checking out graphic novels, and now you're going to have a DC section just nice and organized. Here's another really good Batman story here. We have Batman Hush. This is by Jeb Loeb and Jim Lee. So that's a great story in itself. Awesome artwork there and affordable for everybody now. Then we're going to have Joker by Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo. If you're looking for a great artwork, dude, Lee Bermejo is a phenomenal artist. He does great cover art. And I think you will be in for a treat if you've never read that before. Next, we have Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens by Paul Dini, Peter Galloway, Tony Bernard, Gilliam March. Guys, great series there as well. If you're a Harley fan, for some reason you never checked that out either, whether it was in the floppies or, in a hardcover. Again, this is an affordable way to read this. Then, if you're a Catwoman fan, we have Trail of the Catwoman by Darwin Cook and Ed Brubaker. So those are the first wave of books that will be hitting store shelves. I am backing this up huge because I am hoping that book sales can compete, these comics can compete with manga sales, right? I don't think they're very competitive anymore. There was a time where I think graphic novel sales were very popular, but you just don't see that. And I feel like if you put this in the same shelf as manga, maybe more people will be enticed to pick something up. And again, it does not break the bank. So yeah, guys, there you have it. There are the titles that will be being released. I want to know if you guys would be inclined to picking something like this up to save a few bucks and to read some great stories out there that maybe you have never read before. So leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this could help DC? Do you think Marvel should do something like this? I thought I've seen books on the shelves similar to this before, but I could be wrong. So as always, guys, if you love my content, I'm going to leave you more content right here to check out. In fact, these are my 2 Worthy One videos where I go over all the newest issue 1 comic books that are released for the current comic book week. And as always, guys, support those local shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember to read those comic books. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.